Welcome back, boys and girls. We are now on day 2 of week 4. This week, our lesson is lesson 18, describing connections between sentences and paragraphs. So let's review. Our standard for this week is RI 8. Describe how sentences in a text are connected by cause and effect and sequence. Describe how paragraphs in a text are connected by cause and effect and sequence. Our learning target, or I can statement, is I can describe how ideas are connected. Our academic talk words are connection, cause, effect, sequence. Today you will read a science article. First you'll read to understand what the author says. Then you'll read to think about how the ideas in sentences and paragraphs are connected. Let's get started. Let's first look at our picture. We know that text features include pictures. In this case, the article is called Space Food by Claire Daniels. We have pictures of astronauts here, and we have some items floating around the astronauts, as you can see. Let's see if this article clarifies what those things are. Astronaut food has changed over the years. In the early days of space exploration, astronauts traveled in small spacecraft where there was little room for food. Fresh foods in early space travel were not practical. They spoiled, took up too much space, and were too heavy. As a result, guys, that's one of our signal words. As a result. That's a signal word for cause and effect. As a result, astronauts in space ate freeze-dried foods. Freeze-dried foods don't spoil. They don't weigh much, and they don't take up much space. Add water, and you have fresh peas, mashed potatoes, steak, or macaroni and cheese. There is even freeze-dried ice cream. Foods are freeze-dried in a food plant. First, boys and girls, there's another signal word there. First. That is a signal for sequence. First, vegetables and fruits are washed and cut up. Foods like meats and pastas are cooked. Second, another signal word. The food is frozen to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, another signal word. Workers grind the food into smaller pieces or into a powder. Finally, another signal word. The foods are dried to remove 98% of the water. Today, astronauts travel with freezers and ovens, so they don't depend on freeze-dried foods. Still, many people who go on backpacking and boat trips often use them. Close reader habits would have us circle words in paragraph 2 that signal cause and effect, and underline words in paragraph 3 that show sequence. We're already off to a great start with good habits of close readers. Let's look at a question. Which sentence tells the third step in freeze-drying foods? Let's look at our hint. Which signal word that you underline gives a clue about the third step in the process? That's right, boys and girls. Then is a clue that lets us know that's the third thing. First, second, then, and finally. So for our answer choices, we have first, vegetables and fruits are washed and cut up. First lets us know that's the first thing that happened. Foods like meats and pastas are cooked. Boys and girls, there's no signal word in that sentence. Then workers grind the food into smaller pieces or into a powder. The signal word there is then. And if you look back in paragraph 3, we'll see that then is the third step. Let's look at D. Finally, the foods are dried to remove 98% of the water. Boys and girls, we know that finally is the last thing that happens. And in this case, there are 4 steps. So finally can't be the third step, can it? So what is our logical answer choice? That's right, letter C. Let's take a look at our first graphic organizer. How are sentences and paragraphs connected in space food? Let's think. Finish the cause and effect chart with details from the first 2 paragraphs of space food. Look for what happened and why it happened to understand the events. Sometimes it helps to go back and look at the article. Boys and girls, the author has already told us that we're looking at the first 2 paragraphs of space food. So what happened? What was the cause? Why it happened. That is our cause. Why it happened. When astronauts first went into space, carrying fresh food was not practical. Carrying fresh food was not practical. So what was the effect? What happened because it was not practical to carry fresh food? That's right, boys and girls. If you said that astronauts ate freeze-dried foods, that would be correct. They could not carry fresh food, so as a result, or the effect, is that they ate freeze-dried foods. Good job. Let's keep going. Our exit ticket for today is, in your own words, explain how freeze-dried foods are made. Use signal words correctly to show the sequence of steps. Remember our hint here. Words such as first, then, and finally can signal sequence. Boys and girls, this video is for your viewing. At any time, you can pause the video to answer the questions, or you can go back in the video to see something to make it clearer to you. Use this video however you like to help you get a better understanding of sequence and cause and effect. When you click on the link below this video for the exit ticket, remember that you can always go back and review this video. Our short response exit ticket for today, again, is, in your own words, explain how freeze-dried foods are made. That means you're going to be telling things in a sequence. Remember to use your signal words correctly to show the sequence of the steps. That's all for today, folks. Good luck on your exit ticket. See you tomorrow for day 3.